Sparky the Fire Dog here. Protect your family from fire. Make sure your home has smoke alarms in every bedroom, outside your sleeping areas, and on every level of your home, even your basement. For games and activities, go to sparky.org.
We want to keep you, your family, and your community safer from fire. This message brought to you by the National Fire Protection Association and your local fire department. Visit sparky.org.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get the idea. 55 more seconds of me talking to you when you could be speaking to potential new customers. For only $5, you can permanently add your ad to this or one of our many other podcasts. That's every download, every stream, every live listen, everywhere in the world. All you need to do is visit us online at tomasianent.com. That's TOMASIANENT.com. And click on the services link at the top of the page. Check out our advertising opportunities and our other services as well, all starting at only $5. 51, 52, 53, 54. But you get the idea. Now get your message out there.
Most of us like to be out in the sun. That's why sunscreen and other safety measures are key to protecting your skin from aging and cancer. The FDA recommends using a sunscreen with an SPF of 15 or higher. Also, look for broad spectrum on the label. That means both harmful ultraviolet A and B rays are blocked. Remember, SPF plus broad spectrum equal healthy fun in the sun. Visit www.fda.gov/sunscreen for more information. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
Welcome to the TE Spotlight, where we shine a light on the next and new authors, artists, comedians, choreographers, actors, directors, musicians, internet personalities, up-and-comer or well-established, people you need to know and people you need to know more about. This is the TE Spotlight. Good afternoon, everybody. We're sitting here with Dan McCormick, a New York City-based singer, songwriter, playwright, and actor. Good afternoon, Dan.
Hi, how you doing, Tomas?
Doing really well. So, Dan, talk to us. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into this music, and amazing music, by the way.
Thank you so much, Tomas. It really means a lot. Number one, that you're here in my home, which you have been before, playing music as well. That's awesome. And I started music actually with my brothers. I have two brothers, my brother Martin and Sean, and we sang together, just kind of fooling around for a while, a number of years ago. And they started taking it more seriously than I anticipated, because my background was mostly as a playwright in the theater, and which I still continue to do, and which we could talk about later as well. But the music really stemmed from us singing together, and also my sisters actually had a singing group when they were very, very young, and I was very young as well. But nobody really pursued it professionally in any real sense. But with my brothers, as I said, in later years in their lives, they started taking it more and more seriously, and I guess I didn't want to be left out with them. And I started taking piano lessons, and which actually came from my play. I was a writer of a play, and I converted that play into a musical. And there was a fellow by the name of Robert Sulich, who was my first piano teacher, who lived in my building. And I said, geez, one of these days I would love to learn piano, because I could, talk to a composer and have the lingo down. And he said, well, I'll teach you. And he had also read the musical, which he liked. And I said, geez, Robert, that's going to take a long time. He said, no, Danny, either you're gonna get it or you won't. And I think I was at a point in my life where I was settled, in a sense. It was all through acting school, and all that was passed, and writing. I had a great number of new plays, which were, written, and I was really ready and settled to try something different. And that was learning piano. And from there, how he taught me, I just kind of understood it. He taught the piano to me almost mathematically. And not that I'm a great piano player by any stretch. I'm a singer-songwriter, and I play, I think, well with the songs that I am able to write. That said, I did get it. I understood it enough to start writing my own material. And in this case, writing my own songs. And as soon as I got that under my belt a little bit, Tomas, I've written like crazy songs. For me, songwriting has become another way to tell story. And plays are one thing, screenplays are another. The dynamics are quite different, and novels, of course, are their own genre. And for songwriting, for me, how do I tell a story in this amount of time, a smaller amount of time, rather than this more broader amount of time and page-wise and all that? So that lyric writing came to me so almost simultaneously while I was learning piano. I, for the first time in my life, really started to study lyrics. I went to, not that I didn't know song lyrics by singing with them over the radio or anything like that, or, at my albums and stuff at home, but I really, on a conscious level, studied lyrics. How was Bruce Springsteen writing? What was that? What was how? The visceralness of those songs and the texture, just the weight of the words, what they're doing. Not just him, it could be Jerry Lee Lewis, Great Balls of Fire. What their styles, what is lyric writing, So, all genres, just wonderful, amazing artists that I just took a look at their lyrics and how they were even formatted. When did the chorus come in as opposed to the lyrics? When did the bridge come in as opposed to the... So I just kind of, I hopefully I can say I was learning my craft, and I still am, in lyric writing and also piano as much as I'm able to practice. I try to practice as much as I can every single day, and I write pretty much every single day. Whether it's a lyric or a line, I write every single day. And what I found in that process is that the energy that comes to me in the writing process comes to me either in a form of a lyric. I'll hear something and I'll know whether that's going to fit into a song, or whether that will conceivably be a line in a play or thought. So I log those things. I write them down, and I don't know when I'll go to them when I'm ready to start composing or something. I'll have a log of seeds, of ideas that just sort of continues on with wherever it goes. And by sort of tinkering around with the piano every day, sometimes I'll stumble on something that, that's interesting. Let me play around with that a little bit. That might fit this. Let me go through my logbook and see what that might turn into. So, in a roundabout way, that's how I started with writing music, and I feel I can honestly say that I am truly, truly blessed to be able to be a part of the music industry in my own small way, that I am able to be involved with, even meeting you. And I know that you and I worked together on my play, which you did the music for.
Yes, we did.
Called The Morons, and did the background beats and all that, with a great moment in the play.
It was a great play.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So I think the combination of all those energies has led us here at this moment and in time, which is I'm really, really grateful for. And so that's a long-winded answer to a short question.
No, that's absolutely it's great. I was just sitting here thinking, best interview ever. I don't have to say anything. This is so amazing for me.
Oh, good.
No, but seriously, I do want to know, because you do a lot. You do the songwriting, you do the playwriting.
Yes.
You do straight plays, you do musicals.
Yeah.
Where do you draw your inspiration? You touched upon it briefly when you said you'll take these seeds, and some things you'll say, this may be a line, this may be a lyric.
Yeah.
But where do you get that inspiration from?
All I can say is that I have been, again, I don't want to overuse the word, but I'm blessed in a sense that I can hear somebody walking down the street, and some word that they say, or something will come out of nowhere. A perfect example is this. I heard somebody say at one time in a flower store, the petals of the roses all fell to the ground last night. And I said, wow.
Right.
Who would ever think of that? Petals of the roses all fell to the ground last night.
That's the beginning of a beautiful love song or a breakup song.
And at that time, I wasn't actually writing music. I was strictly writing plays. And that became the first line in my play, The Palm Trees on Wanaha Island. Wow. So, which we're developing, workshopping, and had a couple of readings of. But that's an example of what I hear. And my song Bump, which is on my album Broadway Lights. I just happened to see a sign that said bump, and I just came along, bump, 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 baby, bump, 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 rock, bump, 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 louder, bump, 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 tough. So I don't know where it'll come to me, those unexpected moments. You don't know where the energy comes from, but I am, no pun intended, but I am in tune with it. I am in tune with the energy that comes in with the dialogue and the lyrics, and that happen to come my way, and that's the easy part. That's a given. That's somebody, giving you a piece of candy, but it's up to you from that point on, or up to me rather, to create something out of that, because a line, a word in and of itself is just that. It's not a craft or an art or it's a gift, and I don't take those gifts lightly at all. I take them very, very seriously, and I work on it. From that point on, I work on it to develop it into art. If, for lack of a better word, if people want to call it anything else, or their craft, or their song. It is on a whole. It is your creation, and that takes discipline, tenacity, work, on a daily grind at the pecking away and creating, making something out of this little seed. And I always, when I've done some teaching in the past, and I said that, art initially or anything is almost as if it is a slab of clay on a wheel, and it's really up to you to start shaping that into something that is beautiful, and that takes time at whittling away. And there's going to be times when you whittle away or you paint and you're going like gangbusters and you're pecking away, but you'll slowly start to see a shape, and then it starts to come, and then but it takes the discipline to do that on a daily basis. And it could be one stroke, it could be one chip, but as long as you or I get that one chip or stroke in, that's the discipline, and that is really the craft of it. And I always say, it took one little stroke to make the Mona Lisa what it was, that little smirk. I don't know when that little stroke happened, but that's what made it. And so when those little strokes start to add up, and it's getting that energy and feeling it to the energy around you, and